Is heating decarbonisation really that hard?
And the technology for heating decarbonisation is pretty straightforward. The vast majority of homes can be heated with an air source heat pump, replacing existing gas boilers. Blocks of flats and other buildings can be heated by communal heat pumps, like ground source heat pumps and so on. So basically, heat pumps can replace gas boilers to heat our homes.
What has Octopus's experience been in the UK and other parts of the world?
Octopus decided to really invest in heat pumps when we wanted to look at how do you decarbonise heating. Green hydrogen was one option, but it was just insanely expensive. Whereas heat pumps, every house has already got electricity, so heat pumps are the perfect solution. We've done a few things. So the first thing we did was build a research and development centre, which enabled us to test heat pump technologies and to train people to optimise installations so we can bring down the cost of installation for retrofit heat pumps. We've also invested in designing and manufacturing our own heat pumps, specifically to work well in the bulk of UK houses, the sort of 3 and 4 bed semis that so many people live in, and increasingly moving into terraced houses. Our heat pumps run at high temperatures, in fact, hotter than a gas boiler, so that if a gas boiler can heat your home, so can one of these. And our data now says that 91% of customers with a heat pump are happy with their heating system. But when we survey people with gas boilers, it's only 74%. So a heat pump has definitely been an upgrade. And there was recently a cold snap in the UK with temperatures, well below 0 degrees, repeatedly for several nights in a row, several times. And 86% of the customers with heat pumps said the heat pump performed with flying colours during that period. So Octopus has invested a lot, but we've only just started. Currently in the UK, there are fewer than 100,000 heat pumps installed every year. It's a huge increase on where it was, by the way, but we really want to be part of getting that to 600,000 per year over the next few years.
What are some of the biggest lessons learned?
Look, the biggest lessons we've learned have been that heat pumps perform at least as well as gas boilers, if not better for most people. They're cheaper to run on a smart tariff, so you can save a few £100s per year running a heat pump. And we found there's enormous low-hanging fruit to make installations more efficient. There's still some distance to go. For example, we want to keep on driving installation costs down. But with the government grants, installation is now broadly the same as a gas boiler. We'd just love to get to the point where through volume and optimization, we're getting closer to the cost of a gas boiler, even without the government grants. And of course, it's critical that the government improve the ratio of electricity price to gas.
What else would you like to see changed in the next decade?
Yeah, to be really clear, in the UK and so many countries, governments have got lots of levies on electricity they don't have on gas. And the UK's is particularly extreme, meaning gas is relatively cheaper than it should be, and electricity is relatively more expensive, and that could be rebalanced, and we're calling the government to do that. But also, we want to introduce regional pricing, locational pricing in the UK, helping match supply and demand in each region all the time for electricity. And the reason that's so important is it will bring down electricity costs in every region. At the moment, we pay wind farms to turn off when it's windy, rather than selling electricity cheap. If we change the rules so that that actually brings down the price of electricity, of course, heat pumps become more efficient. It would also mean, by the way, we'd need less new grids. We could connect new renewables faster. We'd be building things like solar, rooftop in the right places. The whole system will get more efficient. And finally, we would like to see all new homes built with heat pumps. It's kind of crazy in the UK at the moment. We build about 230,000 new homes, the vast majority of them with gas boilers, just building up billions of pounds worth of future costs to replace those gas boilers with heat pumps. That should be changed immediately.